My ex-wife took me to court for child support for a kid that wasn't mine. She smirked at the judge until 2 DNA tests exposed her lies for 5 years. I'm 34, work in IT, and divorced Jasmine after she spent over $200K of my money on her influencer career. Thanks to a prenup, she got almost nothing. 2 years later, I got a certified letter, child support petition, for a 1-year-old boy named Aiden. She wanted $2,800 a month plus back pay. She'd put my name on the birth certificate. The kid was born 8 months after our divorce was finalized. She claimed we hooked up right after splitting. We absolutely didn't. I'd blocked her everywhere. I called my lawyer friend Mike immediately. He went quiet, then said, "Don't do anything. Come to my office first thing tomorrow." Mike explained something terrifying. In our state, if you don't contest paternity within 30 days, you're legally declared the father by default, even without DNA. Jasmine had timed it perfectly, filed right after the holiday court slowdown. But Mike started digging. According to her timeline, the pregnancy dates didn't add up. The kid would have been born later if her story was true. Mike pulled up Jasmine's Instagram, found posts of her clearly not pregnant at a music festival just months before the supposed birth. We filed our response demanding DNA tests. Mike hired a private investigator. The PI found out Jasmine had been living with a guy named Chris. Chris had been paying her child support under the table, $1,500 a month. He stopped recently. That's when she filed against me. We tracked Chris down. He was another victim of the same playbook. Jasmine met Chris right after our divorce. Within months, she told him she was pregnant. Chris was excited. Mid-30s, good career, wanted kids. Jasmine played perfect expectant mother. Prenatal yoga, bump photos, doctor's appointments. Chris couldn't attend because of COVID restrictions. She visited her sister for a baby shower. A week later, she came back with baby Aiden, claiming early labor. For a year, Chris played dad, paid for everything, started a college fund. But Aiden didn't look like either of them. When Chris insisted on a paternity test, Jasmine disappeared with Aiden. Chris stopped paying. That's when she turned to me. Chris had receipts, text messages where Jasmine admitted faking appointments, security camera footage showing her wearing and removing a fake pregnancy belly. The PI discovered Jasmine's sister had been living in Australia for years. No baby shower, no early labor. Then the biggest bombshell. No record of Jasmine giving birth at any hospital in our state. Mike's eyes lit up. We need the real birth records. If I'm right, she's in serious trouble. Court day arrived. Jasmine showed up in scrubs, hair in a messy bun, Aiden with her. Her TikTok lawyer looked nervous. When he tried delaying the DNA test again, the judge just stared until he sat down. Mike stood up. "Your Honor, we have evidence the birth certificate was fraudulently obtained." He pulled out hospital records, or rather, the lack of them. But that wasn't the real bombshell. The PI had found Jasmine's messages on social media reaching out to pregnant women about private adoption. He'd also found police reports about a woman matching Jasmine's description posing as a lactation consultant, trying to access hospital maternity wards. The judge's expression darkened. "Ms. Mitchell, are you aware that trafficking in minors is a federal offense?" Jasmine's lawyer stood up. "Your Honor, I need to withdraw. I can no longer represent Miss Mitchell." He packed his briefcase and walked out. Jasmine started screaming, "This is all a misunderstanding!" But Mike had one more witness, Jessica, who'd given birth while experiencing postpartum depression. Jasmine had befriended her, posing as a social worker, convinced her to temporarily sign over guardianship while she got help. Jessica had been searching for her son for over a year. She saw one of Jasmine's TikToks and recognized her. The judge ordered immediate DNA testing to prove I wasn't the father and to confirm if Aiden was Jessica's son. Jasmine tried to run out with Aiden. The bailiff stopped her. She was screaming about just trying to give him a better life. DNA results came back in a week. Aiden was Jessica's son. Jasmine had stolen a baby from a vulnerable mother, then tried to scam multiple men for child support. The charges: fraud, identity theft, custody interference. Both Chris and I got restraining orders. She's facing 15 to 20 years. The judge referred the case to the FBI. Jessica got Aiden back. She's now an amazing mom working with a nonprofit helping mothers with postpartum depression. Chris and I became friends through this. Jasmine's social media empire crumbled when the truth came out. Her plea deal was rejected. She's going to trial. Sometimes karma takes a while, but when it hits hard.